my talk rather goes to people who are not engaged with IUfro for now, and I will give you some introduction into IUfro and how to get connected, how to get into the organization and into this important network. So the IUfro is the International Union of Forest Research Organizations. And also from the title, you can hear it's all about research in the IUfro. And this is some impression from the former times. So a lot of green-looking forests are standing around. Some say it's still the same, but actually it's not true. So that's how IUfro looks like today. I just took this photograph out of some IUfro prospect that's from a tree biotechnology meeting. And you see it's a very diverse group of researchers, a lot of female researchers and researchers from really all around the globe today. So it's really a cool organization. And what is IUfro? How does IUfro work? And why you might become a member? And how you get involved into this network. So the IUfro is a very big organization. You see here about more than 15,000 scientists, and here these are these voluntary office holders like me, and there are a lot of member organizations. So it could be, or it's very likely the case that you're already a member of IUfro, but you just don't know it, because actually the organizations are the members. So if for me, for instance, the BFW is the member, so I'm already in the organizations. You don't have to pay any fees or so as a person, only this your organization may pay a little fee to be part of this IUfro. So no worries. And I will later show you how to check out if you are already involved or not. And on this slide here, it's very important. Part of IUfro work is to organize these meetings or to co-organize meetings like this one here, just to be present at meetings. And that's really cool thing from IUfro. IUfro has a very good email list. So I'm sure everybody of you received some IUfro emails, and you can really distribute information quite well, and you can advertise your meeting or your conference via these IUfro channels. Good. And it's IUfro is based in Vienna, and there is a handful of people who are really employed at IUfro to the administration. Most of them are here in Vienna. And the mission of IUfro is to foster the development of science-based solutions to forest-related challenges. And that's very important for IUfro. IUfro really wants to bring in science into decision-making. So that's the real aim of IUfro. And we see now in the COVID pandemic, science in decision-making is really important. It's also important in forestry or in forest-related matters. How does this work? Basically, almost all is voluntary contribution. So you can collaborate, you don't earn money for that, but you don't have any obligations. So if you join a group, they don't write you an email every day and say you have to do this and that. So everything is voluntarily, and you can join a lot of networks, like highlighted down here in red. And this is the real opportunity of IUfro to get internationally connected to other researchers in the area of forests. And this really works out quite well. I will show you. And another important thing is this policy impact. So if you're a forest researcher and go to a decision maker or policy maker alone, as I say, I'm this researcher, maybe your message doesn't have the weight if you go there and say, yeah, this is backed by IUfro. So I come with this big organization name, and IUfro is almost every decision maker in forestry is aware of IUfro. So if you have your message backed a little by this institution, it's quite cool as well. So this is the structure. You don't need to know much about this, still the same than it was before. Maybe important is this: task forces and special projects or program initiatives. So what's that? There are task forces in IUfro, and these task forces, they want to advance an interdisciplinary cooperation in forest research. So this is really an opportunity to get out of this small, narrow field usually a researcher is in, and these task forces, they focus on an emerging key issue, and then they try to, from this very, very big IUfro body, they try to bring together different researchers from different fields to tackle this issue. And as an example, these are the current task forces. I highlighted one here in red, so maybe this is interesting for you here in the context. This is a monitoring global tree mortality, and as a spin-off of this IUfro, they have this international tree mortality network. Probably you received some emails from them already. This is really a group of very, very highly excellent young researchers, mostly young, who came together from different fields, from satellite observations down to the very plant physiologists who really studies the dying plants there. And they created this network, and it's really become a very large network and very high-level research. So that's what you can make out of IUfro. So when you're in, you get to know about these task forces, you can join them, and then you're into these networks. Or you even, when you're in, you can even make your own task force. If it's quite an effort, but could work out as well. So if you're not involved already with IUfro, how can you connect? It's very easy. You just contact somebody at IUfro. You can even contact the headquarters. Everybody, or almost everybody at the IUfro is a very nice person, and they will help you out. So first thing you do, you visit the website to check out what's going on, what's IUfro, and you find a lot of information there. The website is new since recently, so just try to, if it works. And it has improved a lot. Yeah, that's how it looks like. And yeah, as I mentioned before, with this member, you don't go on the website, you don't go here, membership, and register as a member. This is what I mentioned before with the organization. So what you can do here, you don't need to pay fees or anything. You can check if your organization is in these member organizations. If your organization is in the member organization, it's a very, very, very long list, then you're lucky that you don't have to do much. If it's not in the list, then you really have to register. But usually you are in the list already. So next step is to have a look at the divisions. So the IUfro is organized in divisions. You can go it this way or this way. And then you will see here, these are the 9 divisions of IUfro. And I'm here in division 8, for instance, forest environment. And you click here and you will see, oh my God, there is much more here. It's not only the divisions, so there are subdivisions, and there are all these different, so these are the so-called working groups.
Andreas, sorry that I have to stop you here, but we don't see your full screen. We only see the presentation.
Sorry.
Sorry for not noticing earlier.
No, thank you.
But it still made sense until this point.
How do I get this in? Ah, no, I have it. No, still the wrong one.
Maybe share then later the links in the chat again, and we can look it up.
Oh, you see
it
here?
works.
So,
yes.
I could just go back one step. So you just go to some division in IUfro, and then you see These are the divisions, the 9 divisions, and you can choose one. It's always topic related. This is division 8, forest environment. And here you see there are these subdivisions, and here are these working parties. And if you're not in IUfro for now, you just have to connect to one of these working parties. And you can have a look which one fits quite well for you. Maybe, I don't know, just take this boreal forest here, is one from boreal forest, and then you have here the coordinator. Just contact this person and tell them you want to join the group. That's all you need to do. If you're not sure which group you want to join, just contact the head of the division. In our division, it's these 4 ladies. So we are the first division in IUfro's history, which is totally female run. And they are really very nice, and they for sure will lead you to the person who will be responsible for you. So it's very easy. Just don't hesitate to contact somebody. Then you're already almost into IUfro. There are large conferences every 5 years, and I really can recommend these IUfro World Congresses, because there all the forest science comes together, not only from one field. And these conferences, they're really cool. And the next one is in Stockholm, and I hope we will meet there physically.